Good morning, everyone. I'm just sitting here. It's not as cold today at all. It's pretty warm, actually. Um, it's very overcast here. I don't know if you can kind of see, and the clouds are really moving fast. And I was just taking a deep moment of gratitude and breath. I think sometimes we know when we're going to have moments that are going to be more challenging. And tomorrow might be a challenging day for me. I hope it's not. I hope it goes well and is easy. And that's definitely my intention. But I know it might not go that way too. And that's okay too, because I know I'm so much more confident in my ability to take a breath and handle situations now, even if I'm uncomfortable. And I think taking time and taking moments to pause are so important. And I know when I was living in town, I rarely looked up at clouds or stars or anything, and out here it's your world. And there's distant sounds of cars humming. There's a highway about 2 miles down the road, and it curves, and our road curves. So it's probably closer in distance in some ways. So that's a kind of background noise. But I can hear the birds and other animals. Some of the neighbors have donkeys, so sometimes I hear them. My rooster was cock-a-doodle-doodling this morning like it was nobody's business. And the pigs are always making their happy grunty sounds. Oh, I think that was a shotgun, so hey. It might not have been, though. I don't know. With the earbuds in, it's hard to tell. Sometimes my favorite thing, and obviously the trees right now don't have leaves, but my favorite thing is when it's a windy day and I come out and the wind blows the leaves, and it really, to me, sounds like waves. And maybe I just haven't been to the beach in a long time and I don't remember what the waves sound like, but I always tell everybody that's my waves when the leaves are blowing. I think it's important to have moments like this where you're just sitting and things are still. And you kind of hold that in your heart or your mind's eye. And when you're in a moment that's difficult, you can take that deep breath and kind of get back to that moment, and you're not swept up in whatever is unraveling. And then you can, after that pause, you can kind of jump back in. And those are the moments where I go, who am I going to be right now in this moment? Am I going to be this person that I've always been, that I was told to be? Am I going to be this person that I want to become? Who am I going to be right now? And that pause and that breath is so important. And I find having these moments in nature just so helpful for those moments where I can just kind of briefly take that breath. And so if you're in a moment where you're panicked, you're having anxiety, somebody's so mad and they're coming at you, we always have a choice in how we engage our environment. You get to choose what that looks like, and that's powerful. And a lot of times we give up our power to whatever story we've written about ourselves or somebody has written for us, perhaps. And when you start to take that breath and step back and observe, you go, maybe I don't want to be this person in the middle of the store having anxiety just because I'm around other people. What does it look like to not be that person? What does it look like to be this person that doesn't engage with an angry spouse, that doesn't yell back or cry back or scream back or whatever? What does it look like to not yell at my kids, but try to have compassion and see it from their point of view? Those are really hard things to start the first few times. But once we do, it becomes easier because we've made a new pattern. And I know there's all the science that it takes this many times to rewire your brain and blah, 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 blah. I think you need to look at it with, if you do it and you want to do it and you want to make that change and you want to observe it and become something different than what you've always told yourself you are or somebody else has told you yourself you are, you're going to have success and you're going to have failure in your eyes. And on the days you have successes, you celebrate. And on the days that you have failures, you go, hey, I tried, I'm human. And next time I'm going to know and use this moment as a learning experience. And it's so amazing when we start to shift our perspective and we give ourselves that grace and love that we generally pretty easily give to other people. Maybe you don't. But I know for myself, I can love somebody else so easily. But giving myself that same grace and love was very difficult. To say, it's okay, you did your best today, and now let's move on. To just feel the situation, what it is, and then let it go. So, we're all busy people. We all have lives, whether it's partners, animals, kids, work, school, you name it. We're busy people. Animals. Did I say animals? I probably did. And these things keep us very busy. But they shouldn't keep us from ourselves either. And they shouldn't keep us from these moments that we need to kind of breathe and regroup. That's, I think, one of the reasons why I like meditation so much is because I really feel like it gets me back to center and my focus realigned. And now that I've been doing that for a couple years, I can have these smaller moments because I honestly don't get to meditate as often as I'd like. I've got 4 kids. It just doesn't happen as often as I want it to. But these moments in the morning where I'm caring for our animals, I really enjoy it and I look forward to it. I also look forward to a break from it too. So it's a kind of weird dichotomy. Um, but I enjoy it for these moments where I get to just kind of sit and breathe and take in everything. And when I have those moments where I can't do that, or I'm really being challenged to observe and look and decide who I want to be, it helps to ground and center me pretty instantaneously. And it's a practice. It's just as much of a practice as becoming an observer and stepping out of a difficult situation and going, is this who I want to be? Is this who I am? Only you get to decide that. That's the freedom. And it is a freedom. It's interesting because when we just go through the motions and we're just reacting as we've always reacted, we're really not free. We're kind of a slave to what we've been told to be our entire lives, what maybe other people told us we are our entire lives. And unless we start to analyze that and go, why am I this way? Is this who I want to be? Then we don't have that freedom to choose, to step back and go, is this how I want to react to the situation? Is this how I want to be in this moment? Or is there some other way I want to be? And one day you might react one way, and one day you might say, I'm going to react this way. Screw it. That's part of being human. That's why we're here, is to have and feel all these emotions and experiences. But I think when you step into this wonderful freedom, we really start living, because we're not just doing what we've always been told. When you start digging deep and questioning, you're going, who am I? It's a really beautiful, hard thing to do. It's hard. But it's really beautiful. So, end point, if you can find some time for solitude, some time to take in nature and breathe, to center, to meditate, whatever you have time and can work on doing. And then when you are having those moments where you're stepping back and you're aware, how do I want to act? And you can literally do that in every moment. It's hard. I haven't even gotten to that point where in every moment I'm contemplating, is this how I want to react? Is this how I want to react? Some things are on autopilot. It's like goals to work on. We're never going to stop growing as people, as individuals. And our life shifts and morphs too. And that always leads back to more growth. Growth isn't this linear thing. It's really a spiral. And you keep coming around in that spiral. I know for myself and my love for myself, I kind of started here and I went around and I came back to it. And then I went around and I came back to it again. It's an exciting adventure. So use your free will today. Do something for you. That's really important. I don't care if you have a needy spouse, if you're all alone and you got a million animals to take care of, if you've got 10 kids. Go hide in the bathroom for a minute and breathe. if you can, I'd encourage you to get outside and look at the sky, look at the trees, listen to the animals, and really try to center yourself. I hope you have a wonderful day. I won't be making a video tomorrow, but I hope you have a great day tomorrow too. I'll see you soon.